Hey there, everybody. Junko Bodie back from the casinos today. Hey, I had 3 stops today. I was at the Beau Rivage, Treasure Bay, and then I was over at the Hard Rock here in Biloxi for a few minutes today, working with the consortium. What we do with the consortium is basically we're a group of guys who get together and we try out different roulette systems. We share ideas, and then we kind of test these systems out together. And one of the systems that was put out there today, I'm going to share with you. It's called 333, which really stands for 3 corners, 3 splits, and 3 streets. Let's get right into the strategy, and I'll show you how it works. It's not going to be a long video. I just want to give you the basics today, but I'll show you how the betting progressions work, and then you can kind of play with it yourself to see if you like it. Again, it's called 333. So it starts out, you're going to have bets at all 3 of the dozens. In one of the dozens, you're going to have corner bets, and it doesn't have to be in any particular order, but you got to have 3 corner bets in at least one of the dozens, and you're going to have 3 split bets in the dozens. I'm going to put mine here, and then you got to have 3 street bets down here in one of the other dozens. Now you can have your street bets up here, and you can have your corner bets in the middle. It doesn't matter as long as you have 3 corners, 3 splits, and 3 streets. Okay, so let's go ahead and spend. It's a $9 bet on a $2,000 bankroll. We increase the bet in this progression every other spin. Okay, let's get started with the 12, which is a winner on one of the corners in the first dozen. So I'm just going to take those bets off the board now that they've won. The idea here is to win 2 of these 3 dozens. Okay, now sometimes we have to do all 3 if we don't make the right profit, but 8 times out of 10 or so, maybe 9 times out of 10, we're going to win with just 2 wins out of 3. Okay, so now that I've taken those off and we're spinning every other spin, or I mean upping our bet every other spin, we're just going to keep the bet the same for now. There's a 2. We don't have anything in that dozen. That's a loss, so I'm going to rebet and add a unit there, double the units. And now spin again. We had we're going to run just about 3 or 4 progressions. So there's a hit on one of the streets. So let's see where we're at. So we're up $6 for the first progression. We'll take that with the 2 wins. And a lot of times you're going to win between $6 and $15 by winning the 2. But every once in a while you're going to get deeper in the progression. You're going to get a bigger winner. So this is true Junko Bodie style. If you win, $6 wouldn't be enough, so I would run this progression again. But once I got past $10 or $15, I would take this win and move on. But we're going to play this today like this is a progression that we're going to play a lot of. Okay, so again, I'll start with 3 split bets here. In the first dozen, I'll do my 3 corners here. And then I got to do 3 streets, which I'll do down here at the bottom. Very easy. $9 check bet. Oops, I almost screwed that up. How about that? Okay, here we go. $9 bet. We're up $6 total right now after one progression. There's 33. That's going to hit one of my streets. Pick up another $3. Gonna take those bets off the board like we do. Okay, and leave the other bets up there. That was only the first spin. This is the second spin of the second session. That's 22. Does that hit something for us? It does not. Okay, so we're just going to double the bet now and spin. We're up to $12 per bet now. Still up $3 on the session. Looking to increase that. That's not going to help us. That's in that. We don't have anything in it, doesn't. So I'm just going to rebet and spin again. This is the 4th spin now in the second session. There's a 5. And 5 is going to hit the splits, which pays us 24. Now we're $15, and we are out of that second session. Nicely done, Rando. Okay, so that's kind of how it works. Let's just keep going. Let's just keep doing it like we do. We'll start with the streets up here this time. We'll do this as our splits. And we'll put our corners right here like this. Here we go. Okay, $9 first bet. We started with 15. We're trying to increase from there. There's 12. 12 misses everything. So I'm just going to rebet and spin again. We're going to have a full miss. It's nice to get it on the very first spin of any session. I like it. I'll take it. 14 is a miss. Okay, so now we're just going to rebet and double. The bets go from $9 to $18 in total. We're down 3 for the session. We started with 15. We got to do better than that. Let's see if we can. There's an 11. Wow, it's finding all our holes right now. There aren't very many holes. Okay, we're going to spin again here. We get our second spin here in the second part of the bet. 32. Okay, 32 is going to hit one of the corners, so we're going to take those corners off now, and then we'll be doubling the bet again. Okay, great. So we started this session with $15. We're at negative 21 now, so we got a little ground to make up here. And I am going to double. So we're at 24. And spin. Okay. And what do we do here? We got a 1. The 1 hits one of our streets, pays us $24. So now we're at 3. So this is one of those times when we didn't make enough winning 2 out of 3. So I'm going to take out those bets that we just won. Now we're going to focus on the column we have left. But we don't have to win a lot because we started with $15, right? And we're at 3. And let's see, what do we have there? 3, 6, 9, 12. So $3 is enough. We'll just leave it there for now. But now that we're at the third phase, phase 3, the third part of this strategy, we're going to start adding to this bet on every spin now. And we're just going to go up by 1 unit. So we're playing dollars, so we're just going to go up by $1 units here for a little bit, and then we'll start going up by $2 units. There's a 10, that's a miss. We're just like on a march. And sometimes when you're doing this, when you finally do get the hit, you actually get a pretty good premium for having get strung out this far. Sometimes you can get a pretty good size hit. Okay, there's 23. Does that catch us? It does not. Okay, gonna go up one more dollar again here. When we get to 8, I'll start going up $2. We're at 7 currently. There's 14. Okay, boy, I'm hitting on the center, but I'm missing all my numbers. Okay, and that happens sometimes. Let's see if we can get another hit here. Nope. Okay, now we'll start going up. Now we'll start going up $2 per. And this is where we get rewarded for being patient. We're still only at $30 bet, so it's not gigantic. We got a $2,000 bankroll, so we're hardly made a dent in it. There's 16. And 16 is a win. Pays us $150, and we went from 15 to 63 because we were patient and we got strung out a little bit. So sometimes it's good to get to that third set of numbers. But I like just kind of staying in the sweet spot, which is, getting the 2 out of 3. Okay, so let's see. What am I missing here? My splits. So I'm going to just put my favorite splits out here on this section. Okay, there we go. So 3, 3, 3. 3 corners, 3 splits, 3 shorts. That's the thing that you have to remember. Here's an 18. That hit one of my streets. Beautiful. I'm going to take those bets off now. There we go. Okay, and I'm going to just spin again with what's left. We started with 63 in this session. Let's see what we can improve it to. There's 25. I believe 25 is a hit. It is. That's 12. That gets us to 78. We're out of session number 4. Just that easy. I'm going to run one more for you guys. This is what I'm going to do with $5 chips, just so you can get a sense if you want a bigger denomination of what it looks like. So we'll start out with 1, 2, 3. We'll do my favorites here. Yeah, there we go. And then what do I have left? I've got the corners. Okay, so I'm going to go. And there we go. So it goes from being a $9 bet to a $45 bet. So you need a bigger bankroll for this, obviously. There's a 17. That's going to hit one of our splits. Okay, nice. Pick up $45 just like that. I'm going to rebet. And I'm going to take it off. Okay, spin again here. Yeah, so this is our fifth and last progression, but you get a real sense of, why we like this strategy. There's a 31, that's a miss. Okay, I'm going to rebet and double. And when you start doubling at $5, these dollars can get pretty big pretty fast, which is why I say for beginners or somebody playing this strategy for the first time to ease into it. There's 22. That doesn't help us. Okay, I'm going to rebet and spin here. And if I don't hit here, I'll double again. We started with $78, so we're trying to improve upon that number. 33 is a win. Pays us $30. But I don't think that got us to where we need to go. It didn't. So let's go back here, rebet. And here's where the danger sign comes out. Whenever you get down to that last section, you got to make sure you're really managing the bankroll. So I'm going to take these bets off here. And let's see, what do we have here? We got, is that 10, 20, 30? I'm going to just take, we don't need a lot here. So I'm just going to take these down to fives, back them up a little bit. It's always good to reset when you can. I do that in every strategy that I have on the board. If I get an opportunity to go backwards and still make a profit, I do. And so there's a 3, and that's going to hit us. Great, that's $45. So we went from 78 to 108 in the last one, even though we reset for a lesser amount. Okay, guys, we call this, again, 333, and again, it stands for 3 corners, 3 splits, and 3 streets. So I hope that you like it. If you do, hit the like button and subscribe to the Junko Bodie YouTube channel, because we're always putting out videos like this. And if you love the game of roulette, well, you'll love looking at the systems that that we're putting together out there in our everyday life. Okay, that's it. Remember, there's 2 types of people in the casino. There's professionals and tourists. Don't be a tourist. Rock the day.